Step into a chilling game of wits where a young FBI trainee and a cunning killer unite to catch a monster. The Silence of the Lambs will leave you breathless. The novel begins with Clarice Starling, an intelligent and driven FBI trainee, summoned by Jack Crawford, head of the Behavioral Science Unit. He assigns her a peculiar task: interview the notorious cannibalistic psychiatrist, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, who is imprisoned in the Baltimore State Hospital for the criminally insane. The FBI hopes Lecter might provide insights into the mind of a serial killer known as Buffalo Bill, who has been abducting and murdering women across the country. Buffalo Bill's modus operandi is gruesome. He kidnaps young women, starves them for a few days, kills them, and then removes large patches of their skin. The FBI is desperate to catch him, especially as Bill's latest victim is Catherine Martin, the daughter of a prominent U.S. senator. The clock is ticking, and Catherine's life hangs in the balance. Clarice meets Hannibal Lecter. Clarice visits Lecter in his cell, where she encounters his unsettling charm and razor-sharp intellect. Lecter, who prides himself on his ability to analyze and manipulate people, initially dismisses her as a mere novice. However, her courage and intelligence intrigue him. He agrees to help, but only if she reveals deeply personal details about her own life. Their interactions form the psychological backbone of the novel. Lecter is fascinated by Clarice's traumatic childhood, particularly her haunting memory of trying to save lambs from slaughter at a relative's farm. These memories are symbolic of her desire to save the innocent and bring justice to victims. Buffalo Bill's motive uncovered. As Clarice delves deeper into the case, she uncovers that Buffalo Bill is not killing randomly. His victims are all larger women, and he starves them to loosen their skin. His ultimate goal is to create a woman suit for himself, reflecting his distorted desire to transform into a female, though the novel clarifies that he is not transgender but a deeply disturbed individual. Lecter provides cryptic clues that point Clarice toward Buffalo Bill's identity. Through one clue, she learns about James Gumb, a disturbed man with a history of violence and abuse. Lecter never outright reveals Bill's name but instead nudges Clarice to piece the puzzle together, testing her intellect and resolve. Lecter's manipulations and escape. Lecter, always several steps ahead, uses his interactions with Clarice and the FBI to his advantage. He negotiates for better living conditions by offering tantalizing hints about Buffalo Bill. During his transfer to a different facility, he orchestrates a gruesome escape. Using a makeshift weapon, he kills 2 guards, disguises himself in one of their uniforms, and escapes in an ambulance. His escape is a testament to his cunning and brutality, leaving the authorities scrambling and the FBI without their most valuable informant. Clarice's breakthrough. Despite Lecter's absence, Clarice continues the investigation, driven by her own determination and the desire to save Catherine Martin. She revisits an old lead and discovers a connection between James Gumb and one of Buffalo Bill's earlier victims. This revelation leads her to Gumb's home, an unassuming house in a small town. The final confrontation in the novel's climactic sequence, Clarice arrives at Gumb's home, initially unaware that she has found Buffalo Bill himself. She soon realizes the truth and ventures into his dark, labyrinthine basement. The scene is fraught with tension as she discovers Catherine Martin alive but trapped in a deep well. Gumb stalks her in the darkness, using night vision goggles to gain the upper hand. However, Clarice's FBI training and quick instincts allow her to shoot and kill him, rescuing Catherine and ending the terrifying spree. The aftermath: with Buffalo Bill dead and Catherine safe, Clarice becomes a hero. However, the case has left its mark on her. Lecter, now free, sends her a chilling letter, congratulating her on her success and subtly warning that he will always be watching. The novel ends on an ominous note, with Lecter at large and Clarice haunted by the knowledge of his presence in the world. themes and impact. The Silence of the Lambs is more than just a thriller, it's a deep exploration of the human psyche, power dynamics, and morality. The relationship between Clarice and Lecter is central, characterized by a strange mix of respect, manipulation, and psychological probing. The novel's themes include the struggle for justice, the complexity of evil, and the resilience of the human spirit. Thomas Harris masterfully blends psychological horror, suspense, and crime, creating a story that lingers in the reader's mind long after the final page. Every story holds a new secret. Discover more only on Bite-Sized Storyteller, where stories come to life.